Hello, Gemini. Welcome home, light worker. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and I'm here for your August 2020 general reading, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Well, it's August. We're over halfway through the year. We've still got a lot of year left, Gemini. You still have a lot to do. So we're going to get started pretty quick here, but you might see I have a mascot, a new mascot. I got her, the lemur. I got her while I was at the zoo recently. So I'm having a contest and we're doing Name the Lemur. Okay, Name the Lemur contest. So I need a name for her. And the winner will receive a free 30-minute reading with me. All right, so name the lemur, put names in the comments down below, and the winner will receive a 30-minute free reading. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different this month. We're going to be using the Moonology tarot, or oracle deck, excuse me. I'm the moon, I'm in touch with the moon, I'm the Cancer, so we're going to tap into that emotional part for this coming month, then the Starseed Oracle, and then also the Lightworker Oracle, just so we can really tap into what Spirit is saying for us as Lightworkers, Starseeds, and light beings. So let's begin with the Moonology Oracle. So this is going to again be for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. A personal issue reaches resolution. So good, we've got some resolution coming in. Full moon in Cancer. We just had a full moon in Cancer. So a personal issue reaches resolution. Now from the Starseed Oracle, let's see what Spirit has for us. Okay, Gemini, so there's a few cards that came, but this is the one I feel like we're supposed to utilize. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Well, that goes directly with, sorry about this, guys. Right? Let me put it that way. Maybe you can see it just a little bit better. Okay. The personal resolution that has the personal issue that's been resolved that goes right along with it. And so now we're going to get from the Lightworker Oracle another card from the Lightworker Oracle, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Gemini. Oh, that is so cool. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. So this is what I'm getting from this, Gemini. There's been a lot of just general things going on, like general personal or interpersonal issues, right? Different things have presented themselves and really been weighing on you a lot. Whether it is career changes, job changes, whether it's your personal relationship, right? Your significant other relationship, perhaps that person has a lot of issues, that's going on, and it's weighing on you because you really care about them. Perhaps there's family issues, this could be that as well, where you're used to carrying the weight of the world, or you just been dealing with some stuff. You've literally just been dealing with challenges in your life, and it's been weighing in on you pretty heavily. What this is saying to me is that time is coming to a close. Like we're seeing resolution in all areas of our lives. We're finally getting the direction of how to handle it. We're finally getting the strength of being able to handle it, and we're finally getting the know-how. We're finally getting to a point where we know where to set our boundaries. Right? We know where to set our boundaries. We know that they exist. We know that we can no longer carry this because it's not yours to carry, Gemini. At the end of the day, it's simply not your burden to carry. Sometimes when we get in relationships with people and we really, really care about them a whole heck of a lot, like that, I get it. And you can see where there's opportunities for growth, and you can see where you can be of a huge help to them, and you can see where if they would just kind of change perhaps the way that they're thinking or change a few things of how they're acting and or reacting, then it can be something that is much, they can like live a much more full, beautiful, wonderful life. However, if they refuse to do it, it's not on you. If they refuse to change, if they refuse to, I don't know, like they would just refuse to make things better, if they refuse to kind of see into their own heart and see into their own existence, their own world, where the words that they're using or the thoughts that they're thinking or the actions that they're doing is creating like an issue, then there's not much you're going to be able to do. In fact, there's nothing, because until they recognize it and are willing to change on their own, then there's nothing that you or anyone else can do. Also, though, I think some of you're carrying around some of your own burdens that you can release, from the past, or, ways that you thought about yourself in the past, or people, what they have said about you in the past that has affected like self-esteem and maybe created some self-doubt, or, you're just not really quite sure which way to go because you want to please other people. You want to make people happy, which there's nothing that's necessarily wrong with wanting to make someone happy or other people happy. What happens though is when that desire or that desire to make someone else happy translates into living your life the way everybody else wants you to live it, and not living the life the way you want, that you should, or that you desire to, right? Then that becomes a problem. Then you're still carrying other people's burdens, because what you're doing is you're carrying the burdens now for your life for what somebody else thinks your life should be. That doesn't work. That's not right either. That final card there, that cosmic heart, cosmic Christ, I find that quite interesting, because there is the concept, there is the thought process that we are living, this is a Christ consciousness, right? We're in that age of Christ, where it's a Christ consciousness, meaning that we have a consciousness of love, we have a consciousness of an understanding of divinity within, and the indwelling of divinity and the outdwelling of divinity all at the same time. That Christ consciousness of being totally connected with your heart chakra to God, to the higher power, to the universe, to creator or spirit. That is really about love of self and love of man. Having compassion for yourself and understanding you're not perfect, but also understanding that you're fully man or fully woman and fully God or fully divine, God or goddess. Fully man, fully human, fully divine. All within one being, right? It's understanding that we have that triune being. Now, when you get that, how does that translate to the other ones? How does that help the other cards? Once you have the understanding of being fully divine yet fully human, it makes it much easier to release other people's burdens. And I also feel that this Christ consciousness, sometimes we nail ourselves on the cross. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole concept, the whole story, right, was the whole thing is that, he took on all of our sins, right, to wash them away. That doesn't mean you have to take on all of everybody else's sins. Sometimes I find that a very interesting, challenging concept, because when do we then take responsibility and accountability for our own healing and whatnot? So, but I'm saying that to say this, it's that the consciousness of being divine and human all at the same time within the same being can help you understand that you have to let it go. So let me put it like this, or that you cannot save the world. So, because there is also, I think that what we miss sometimes in Christianity is that the offer of salvation is there, but not everyone takes it, right? It's not forced upon everybody. It's not the responsibility of you or others to spoon feed and hand hold someone through their stuff. It is your responsibility to yourself to seek healing, understanding, to seek cleansing, to seek balance, to clear your karma, and to not allow other people's personal issues become yours. I don't care what type of relationship you're in with them. So Gemini, just be careful that you're not carrying other people's burdens, because the minute you release the other burdens from the other individuals, you're going to be shocked at how quickly your own issues and your own, you're able to find resolution and see and hear the solution to the problems, because you're no longer cluttered with all the rest of the information. Now, let's pick, I've got the Star Child Tarot, so let's get 5 cards, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ace of Swords. That's the energy coming to you. So, right, new attitude, new thought, new walk, new talk. 3 of Wands. You feel like your ship is coming in, right? What's coming towards you? Awakening. That's in the challenge position. Are you like not wanting to awaken to reality? Oh, 6 of Cups. What's going to help you overcome? I think you're going to get a lot of support. We're going to put this all together because I'm telling the story while I'm pulling the cards. And then perspective. So listen, this is what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing here. Ace of Swords tells me that this is a renewed energy, a renewed way of looking at the world and looking at yourself that's coming towards you. The Emperor, and it's going to be much more self-centered rather than being outwardly centered. Every once in a while it's okay to be selfish. Matter of fact, it's probably a little more than okay to be selfish. And the 7 of Cups. It's going to feel confusing, but you're going to have some choices to make as well. But you're going to have the clarity of thought with that Ace of Swords in order to make those choices. The 3 of Wands, you're bringing the energy of, yep, my ship's coming in, everything's going to work, and I want you to keep that energy up. Knight of Crystals, tread carefully. That's like the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to tread carefully, and you're going to make slower moves than you have before, but you're still going to make moves. 8 of Swords, I'm going to read that as reverse energy. You're actually coming out of being trapped in your mind finally for once. Like the clarity, I shouldn't say finally for once, the clarity is coming. With the Awakening, there's a challenge. Oh, and the 3 of Crystals, I think that there's been some partnerships that perhaps have left you a little confused, or this awakening to really seeing the world in a different way and maybe reanalyzing some of those partnerships. Yeah, Page of Swords, and being willing to now challenge some of the ideals and some of the things that have been stated, and how the relationship, how the interpersonal interaction is happening, and what are you really taking on that doesn't belong to you, right? And setting those boundaries. So it's going to be a little challenging as you wake up to what the reality is of these situations, and that could be with yourself, the relationship to yourself, the relationship to others. 6 of Cups followed by the Ace of Crystals. So the abundance and the solution is actually in the past. The abundance and the solution is actually in the past. Remember the times where you were free. Remember the times when you weren't so tied down. You're probably going to have some family and friends either that have been around for a while or may resurface, but they're really just close to you, and they're able to help you see where this newfound abundant life, this newfound manifestation, this newfound joy, right, comes into play when you walk your walk and free yourself. Yep, lots of communication. So this could also, the 8 of Wands, be on social media as well. So, perhaps if you're on social media somehow, but you're going to hear from, potentially even from your ancestors. Like that 6 of Cups also tells me ancestors more so than angels, and more so than spirit guides, you may hear from your ancestors, right? As they begin to help you carve out this new life and allow this new life to bloom and blossom. And changing your perspective, 10 of crystals, once you, the outcome here, as you change your perspective on your interpersonal relationships and your intrapersonal relationship, that's when we see abundance all around, nothing missing, nothing broken. And this 10 of wands, stop carrying other people's burdens. As you release other people's burdens, 10 of wands, then you get 10 of pentacles. Then you get abundance. But while you're carrying around everybody else's weight, you're too weighted down to do a darn thing, Gemini. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right? Oh my gosh. All right. That's what I have for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, don't forget, name the lemur. Give me some cool names down in the comments below. Name the new lemur mascot. She's going to be up here. I'll find her place on my shelves back here, so you'll still be able to see her. But name the lemur, okay? And the winner will get a free 30-minute reading with me. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Don't forget to visit my website. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I love you guys so much. Namaste. Bye-bye.